Hello everyone, Mark here from ConnectMe.ca, your number one gym and fitness studio digital marketing agency in Canada. Today, I just want to talk about where do memberships come from. I know that most of you business owners and fitness studio owners already know where memberships comes from, but today I wanted to outline where exactly do they come from and what percentage. So based on working with a bunch of different studios here in Canada, we did a tally as to where do memberships come from and what do you focus on in terms of marketing. So this video today will exactly tell you number one, where do I find the biggest opportunity to scale so that I can get more memberships. Second, what do I need to work on right now and what's working for me? So first things first is the fact that memberships do come from 40% digital marketing, 40% offline marketing and salesperson. Now 10% referrals and 10% walk-ins. So I see here that some of you may say referrals may come from digital marketing, referrals may come from offline marketing, and walk-ins may come from both online and offline marketing. You're right. So I'm going to go through that a little bit at the end of the video. So first things first is we're going to go through digital marketing. Now, there's 4 different segments that we think you should be spending on in terms of your investment with digital marketing. Number 1, and first and foremost, SEO. That's blogging, backlinking, search engines, and maps. So we find that blogging helps out a lot with SEO and getting you up there in terms of searchability. So we think that blogging is very important, even though no one's reading your blogs. The fact of the matter is you're creating content and you're putting it out there on your website so that Google and other search engines can look at you and find you and say, hey, this person's website is actually creating content, so let's promote them better than everyone else. So that's the purpose of that and the reason why that you should always be doing blogging. Backlinking is more like a referral linking. So that's linking 411.ca to your website, Yellow Pages, Apple Maps, Google Maps, and what you have. So I feel that backlinking is also important because think about someone referring your business who is also a business. It would be more credible if another business were referring you because they are already a business. So for example, if 411.ca is referring to you as a fitness studio, you must be a fitness studio because 411.ca has to go through a lot of categories just to categorize their listings on their website. So maps, you all know this. So when you're looking for restaurants, you're looking for anything else that you want to do, you're always looking at maps. That's Google Maps, Apple Maps, Waze, although no one really uses Waze, so it's more like Google Maps and Apple Maps. Second, before I go through that, I do say that 45% of your digital marketing, all the leads that you're getting, are actually from SEO. Second are the paid ads. So that's Facebook, Instagram, Google, and Geo Tagging. Geo Tagging can be done by Rogers. Rogers does, what this is that, for example, you say my competition is Fit for Less on Vaughan, Ontario. And what you want to do with geotagging is once you start doing paid ads, what geotagging will do for you is they will actually target a little area such as Fit for Less, and your ads will show up just on that place, nowhere else. And then I do find that some people are saying, oh, I can do that with Facebook and Instagram. Yes, you can definitely do that with Facebook and Instagram, but it's not geotagging like Rogers, because Rogers will essentially show you up to Facebook, Instagram, Google, and any other websites that they have affiliation with, while Facebook and Instagram geotagging will only show you on Facebook and Instagram. So we don't necessarily say that you should be spending money on geotagging right away. We find that you should first exhaust everything that you can from Facebook and Instagram and Google first before you go to geotagging, because geotagging can be expensive. Now, social media, that's your Instagram and Facebook. I find that a lot of things that are happening here are everyone is posting, and most of the gyms and studios are posting on Instagram, Facebook, but unfortunately, most of them are only posting for likes and engagement. It's not the right engagement. So one example that I would say would be is to engage in a way where you're asking for someone to tag someone, so, using Instagram and Facebook as a vessel to be able to reach their friends. So what do I mean by that? Your followers on Instagram and Facebook are people who already know you and like you, and that's why they're following you. But they're most likely members already. So what you want to do is get them tagging their friends and family, so that one day those friends and family will then come to you and sign up at your gym. So next up is email marketing. Email marketing, that's your drip campaigns, newsletters. We find that for prospects, members, and anyone really who's looking for personal training or anything that you want to sell to, you need to at least set up a consistent communication tool so you can touch them at least 10 to 15 times, because sometimes it may take up to 14, 15 times until they finally raise their hand and say, hey, I'm down for this. I'm going to go for this gym. So that's the basis of digital marketing. And if you are missing any of these systems, we are here to help you. Now, next up is offline marketing and sales. So we also find that a lot of gyms may look at digital marketing as a savior, saying, oh, I can get everything from here and whatnot. Or it could be the other way around. People could say, I don't want to do digital marketing. Instead, I will just do offline marketing. So offline marketing are anything that you do at the club and at the same time where you use manpower. So for example, 35% of memberships and leads can come from cold calls, a warm calling, expired calls, and prospecting. I know this is hard, but sometimes it's easier to kind of hire somebody to do this for you. And at the same time, corporate outreach. So corporate outreach, that's your corporate partnerships, B2B flyers, and lead boxes. Now, touching base a little bit about the salesperson role. Now, remember when I said that it takes up to 13 to 15 times just to get someone in to come to the door sometimes, even though they have given their information? This is where a salesperson comes in. Is the salesperson's job is to essentially create communication and create relationship to the lead so that they can be comfortable of finally coming by to your gym and trying you out. If no one is doing this, you're missing a huge chunk of your leads converting to members. Secondly, corporate outreach. So when I used to work for Gold's Gym, we find that corporate partnerships actually work a lot. So for example, when we set up corporate outreach at Gold's Gym here in BC, where I work at the master franchise, we find that when we created a partnership with a really big company like Fraser Health Medical, we signed up, I would say, hundreds of membership just in a month. And all we had to do was lower our membership by about $1 because of corporate rates. And at the same time, we were given access to be able to give flyers to their staff, to their family. So if you imagine, like, for example, you create some sort of a corporate partnership with a business that has 100 people. Now, with 100 people, let's say you sign up 5 of those people, and all it costed you was basically some time to give them a call and really create some sort of rapport with them, which the salesperson can do. Now, you sign up 5 people, and that's $5,000 for you for the end of the year, hypothetically. And then at the same time, they could ask their family and friends to come with them. And then that's more memberships from you from referrals through corporate outreach. So that's an easy way to get some more memberships if you're looking for a different strategy. And at the same time, that also gives you the opportunity to leave lead boxes at their restaurants or stores, anywhere really, because this could lead up to the next thing that I'm going to say, which are others in here, which is others gets you things that you can do by yourself, which are lawn signs, banner signs, flyers, print marketing, really giving these out to businesses or around the area, just dropping them off saying, hey, come by for a trial. Now, all these kind of leads out to more referrals and more of a community engagement, which I'm going to talk about it next. Now, in here, before I go through that about the referral marketings and talk a bit more about the referrals and walk-ins, I just want to go through in-club promotions first. So in-club promotions accounts to 25% of that 40% of offline marketing sales. That's pretty high up. And this is something that's not being done a lot. This is easy to do, and I highly suggest that you should start implementing this at least once a month. When I used to work at the master franchise of Golds, every end of the month we used to do an event. And during that event, for about one day, we would sign up at least 15 memberships in one day. So just to give you a heads up, that event will usually cost us about $150 to $200, but if you're getting 15 memberships, just do it. Now, this in-club promotions are all about staff referrals, so getting your staff to really engage with everyone else at the gym, parents, family, whoever comes to the gym, making some sort of a community, and seminars. So seminars, when we used to do seminars, we talk about anything about fitness. We would set up an hour seminar. We'll get one of our personal trainers to create some sort of information session where they can talk about, say, proprioception. They talk about some sort of a vegan diet or anything that's talking about fitness, and people usually come in for that. Now, seminars, I've seen seminars where there were 6 people. I've seen seminars where there were 30 people. So, but every single seminar that we have had, I think I would say 1 out of 10 would sign up no memberships, but 9 out of 10 we would get at least one. And then the most we've had so far were around 3 memberships and 4 memberships plus a personal training. So that seminar is not going to cost you a lot. You can probably pay your personal trainer to create that and say, hey, I'm going to give you $20 to research this topic, present it to everyone else, we'll market it. That's $40 for you. And then that's all the cost to you. Obviously, you have to provide the place that they're going to do a seminar, but just use your group studio. And the same thing for events. Having an event, again, touching back on that, very important. You'll get at least 1 to 15 memberships in one day. Last but not the least, one thing that we used to do with when I used to work at Sandcastle Fitness and Flex Fitness, we were really big on signs and referral signs and personal training signs. So that being said, we would put out refer a person, get a month free, refer a person, get a shaker bottle and whatnot. So people would always refer somebody, and the ROI for that is huge. So start doing them. That's 40% from offline marketing and sales. Again, if you don't have the system, we'll be happy to help you out. We have a bunch of marketing materials already that you can use. Just ask us and then we can help you out. Now, going to the next, which are referrals. So I know that a lot of you are thinking, referrals and walk-ins, which I'm going to talk about next, was usually comes from offline and online marketing. You're right. So that's why we call them here passive offline marketing. A lot of gyms that we talk to, about 15,000 gyms here in Canada, we have spoken to at least, I would say 60% of those. We always find out that in the early stages of their business, I would say that 60% of memberships comes from referrals. And then after they have been established for about 2 years or so, about 30% of leads still comes from referrals. But referrals comes from a bunch of different things that you can do. So going back here would be, talking about your social media that comes with referrals, email marketing with referrals, even paid ads sometimes. Now, that's with corporate outreach, salesperson, in-club promotions, and others. Everything is referral based in here, and at the same time, walk-in based. Before I go through that, I want to talk about a little bit more about referrals though. Now, we want you to maximize your referrals. So all you have to do is, have a higher member engagement so you can get more leads. Start building a community-like feeling in your gym. So that's creating some sort of an event every end of the month, so that people can get together and get to know each other, because when they go to the gym, they work out and they kind of ignore other people. So it'll be nice for them to kind of get together and say, hey, talk to each other. Sometimes I've seen relationships starts in a gym. So that's something that could happen for other people, right? So, and at the same time, use digital marketing and offline marketing as a tool. So going back here and using all these tools so that you can maximize your referrals. One thing that we wanted to highlight here would be, most gyms that we talk to say that they started their gym through gym growth through referral. So that's word of mouth and everything. And for the first 2 years, they grew their membership. About 80% of those memberships came from referrals. So referrals are huge. Don't ignore them. And, we had to give it its own category here just because we think it's so important. And the next stop would be the walk-ins. The walk-ins come from a lot of different things. So walk-ins and referrals, we call them passive marketing because they are a result of the things that you are doing. So that's offline marketing, your online presence, your community presence, and sometimes driving by. If they see a sign and say, hey, I saw your guys' sign and we're just dropping by to see what you guys have. I've seen a bunch of walk-ins just by lawn signs with big signs outside the door as a banner. So again, at the same time though, I do feel that a lot of walk-ins are missed, or a lot of leads rather are missed because of not having a community presence. So this could be a huge missed opportunity and can be increased with outreach. So that's what, again, going back here with your lead boxes, your B2B flyers, your corporate partnerships, your salespersons, and at the same time, all these others could potentially boost the walk-in ratio at your gym. So if you're looking for more walk-ins, I highly suggest, again, do everything. So my biggest question in here for you would be, where do you think you have the opportunity to grow? So I would go back and rewatch this video and maybe pause it around here and find yourself saying, hey, I'm going to go through this and this again and say, okay, Mark, we're already doing social media. We're already doing email marketing. We're already doing paid ads. We're already doing corporate outreach, but we're missing salesperson, but we're missing SEO. So let us know how we can help you. We can definitely help you with SEO and anything about digital marketing. And at the same time, we also help you create all the content for all of these so that you can start marketing and using your salesperson, utilizing them to get more walk-ins, get more referrals, and get more memberships. Last but not the least, we have been doing this for one of our clients. One of our clients here is Soul Martial Arts. As you can see in here, this is the website that we have created for them. A little thing that I could say about them is that we've been working with them for about a year, and I just wanted to show you a little bit of stats of what we do. So the stats so far is they have invested around $6,000, which is $900 on ads. They've had 8,600 website visitors, where we have converted 15% of the organic search, so that's 60% organic search, and it came up to 578 leads, and the cost per lead was about $9, about $10. Now, if you're paying for ads sometimes can cost you up to $20 to $50 per lead. But overall, if you have everything in all of this, I guarantee you your cost per lead is going to be way lower if you start doing some sort of a balance. So in the end, my takeaway and what I want you to take away is start doing a balance marketing, your offline, online marketing. And at the same time, if you are still struggling to find out what you should do next, contact us today and we will help you out. Bye for now.